welcome to the penultimate episode of Something Pitchy. I know, sad. I'm your host, Andy Scott. Joining us today, once again, is Jim Cantiello from MTV News.
Hi.
Ricky, of course, from Ricky.org.
Hello.
We have Ray Vada back from AOL Music.
Hello.
And our own Gabby Dunn from AOL Television. Welcome all. And we have a very exciting special guest for you all. I know, surprise everyone. This season's semifinals contestant, Alex Lambert, is joining us by Skype. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome. Live from the If I Can Dream house. Welcome.
Thanks, man.
It's your first time on Skype too. We've just found out.
I just used Skype for the first time.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Seconds ago.
So my first question for you, I mean, you were eliminated, I felt, when you were just sort of starting to peak in the show. Were you surprised at all by your elimination?
Yeah, I really was. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like arrogant or anything, but like, for me, when I watch American Idol, when I watched it, I thought it was all about the singing, and like for my mom too, because we love music, you know. So I was like, you know, I felt like I really sang a lot better than a lot of people, you know. And then at the end of the day, I mean, I guess it's about the singing, but I didn't understand all the other stuff too, like the really like acting to the cameras and stuff. But I mean, I guess I kind of understood when I got eliminated just because I was so damn nervous.
Right. Well, I mean, it was a very surprising elimination in itself. I mean, Lily Scott went home, Tundra Call,
Yeah.
Caitlin Epperly. I mean, did you all sort of bond in commiseration, or like in shock?
Yeah, well, yeah, me and Lily especially, because like after we both did Ellen, so like we kind of got to mourn together. Mourn.
Are you guys still friends? Do you guys still keep in contact?
She hits me up every once in a while. Yeah, we text sometimes. So.
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about your nerves. I mean, that was a big issue. I mean, how, especially being If I Can Dream, how has that sort of helped you change your way of dealing with nerves and performing? And
Well,
or has it?
honestly, like I really feel like this. If you can do American Idol and get up in front of those millions of people and all the cameras and that crazy stuff, you can do anything, dude. You can play any huge show. And like last night, I played at the Mint, dude, and I didn't even get 1 ounce of like nervousness in my body. I just got on stage and had fun. I was like, if I just go out there with full confidence that I'm gonna do well, then you know it's gonna be awesome. And that's what I didn't understand on Idol. I was just like so scared of everything. I would think every time before I got on stage, I'd be like, if this happens, this happens, this happens, you know, like just freaking out. But
Right. And that was your first live show that you did last night?
yeah, my first show since Idol.
Right. So tell us more about it.
Well, last night I played at the Mint, and it was with one of my brothers. He plays guitar, and one of his friends that plays drums. So it was just 3 of us. And a lot of people actually showed up, and it's like kind of a small place, so it was like pretty packed. And I don't know, dude. I just had a lot of fun with it, and it was really crazy because Idol was really my first time to be on stage. So it's like every time I get on stage, I'm like, hell yeah, you know, like this is my place. And that's what I was telling everyone last night. I was like, I don't know, maybe everyone gets this feeling, but like I get this like sensation over my body when I'm getting to like perform my music for people and then showing people what I can do and stuff. So
Right. I mean, we knew you back in the semifinalists, and I'm curious. I mean, we know who the finalists are, but I'm curious to know back then, who did you guys all think would be the ultimate front runners gunning for the finale?
Well, I think that everyone thought that I was gonna win. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
You're very
Don't put
modest.
don't use that on anything, even though it's being used right now. No, I think Crystal and Siobhan for me, I thought Siobhan was gonna win the whole damn thing. And then when she went home, I was like, the only other person could be Lee.
Right.
For me personally. Yeah.
So who are you? Are you rooting for Lee to win then?
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for Lee. He's one of my good friends, and also I think he's a great singer and a great guy. I think he's got a great personality, and I think when the show's over and done with, I think of everyone that was on Idol, he'll come out with the sickest album just because he's a songwriter himself. And he's going to go out there and show people what he can do, not just singing and musically, but creatively with his music, you know, because he's the one making it. And I really think that makes a difference. And I know Crystal also writes music, but I don't know.
Right.
You gotta pick one.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta choose one. You know, it's like
Have you kept up with this season at all? Are you still watching?
at the house at the If I Can Dream house, we don't have like television. We
Right.
just have
Well, right. Yeah.
like a computer. So I just look on YouTube. Am I
Yeah.
not supposed to talk about YouTube?
So tell us, I'm curious to know, tell us more about what it's like to be in the dream house. I know we have the 24/7 feed, but I'm curious for your personal perspective since you're there right now.
Dude, it's crazy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I wake up every day and I'm like, look at these cameras, you know? It's like, it's awesome though, you know? It's like I tell everyone, if I didn't want to be seen, you know, I wouldn't be on camera 24/7. It's like, I want people to know who I am and see who I am, like, not just for like 20 seconds or like a short clip like on Idol. I want people to know really who I am. And it kind of sucks because my personal life and stuff, but like, you know, it's like, I'm willing to take that, like, chance, I guess, I don't know, for people to, I don't even know really what I'm saying right now, but
Well, we know it's early out there, so we forgive you
yeah.
for that. How is it different being in that house from actually being on the show, American Idol?
The house is nothing like American Idol.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the main thing I like about the house is like being able to tweet with the fans,
Mm-hmm.
especially the tweet sessions because they're watching me as I'm like talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're tweeting in, I'm like, thank you, you know, like that really, because it's awesome to be able to connect with your fans like that. And I didn't even like, I never imagined this could happen and that I would have fans and stuff. So right now it's pretty crazy, dude. It's wild.
Well, speaking of Twitter, we do have one Twitter question from our Something Pitchy Twitter. They're dying to know if you will be attending the finale next week.
I don't know if I'll be attending the finale.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. You know, it's weird. I feel like, because I've kind of wanted to go back to watch the live show, but then in my head, I'm like, when I go watch the live show, that person, whoever I'm watching, is getting that experience when I'm just sitting there watching them. I could be like writing a song right now, or I don't know, working on my guitaring or like vocally. I don't know.
Right.
I think that's kind of weird, but that's kind of how I think of it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to go to the finale, though. That'd be sweet.
Right. Well, we would hope to see you there.
You guys gonna be there?
No, we'll be just.
I will be there.
Well, some of us will
Yeah.
be here.
I will be on the red carpet
In a tuxedo?
No.
I'm
I'm going to be wearing a Team Caitlin t-shirt. No offense to Lita Wise or Crystal Bauer socks, but
or Alex Lambert.
or maybe a Team Alex Lambert. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, the rest of us
You
will
say
be.
Caitlin?
Caitlin Epperly was my pick to win the season.
Oh, really?
Yes. After The Scientist, I was like, that girl's going to do it. She's really hot. She's got an amazing voice. She totally did a new thing
Yeah,
with a
she's pretty
Coldplay
hot.
song.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was wrong. And then she did Carole King and was, I was bummed.
Yeah.
That's the one. I feel the earth under my feet. Yeah.
I'm curious to know. I mean, you're working on writing and recording. What kind of CD would you ultimately like to put out?
Look at, like, are you talking
What
about
style?
album?
Yeah, no. Like, if you were to put out a CD, what kind of style would it model? I guess.
I guess, I mean, I didn't really think about that on Idol. I was just like, because I didn't really understand what I was really doing there until I was gone.
Right.
So probably like more like R&B, pop kind of stuff. Like me and my brother were talking about it last night, and this may sound dumb, but I call the genre of music that I do like crunk pop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, that's dumb, but like if you think about it, like James Morrison, it's got that vibe, but like it also has like more of like an R&B vibe, like John Legend.
Mm-hmm.
But then also like, because I've been writing a lot of music, and for some reason it's like that. It's just automatically like R&B, just because that's the kind of music that I like to sing.
Right.
It also has like the Ray LaMontagne vibe. It's like those three mixed together. That's how I feel, which I think would be pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. I also want to know, I mean, before we start to segue into the discussion of this week's show, I'm curious to get your official prediction. I know who you want to win. Who do you think will ultimately win next week?
Well, I really think that Lee will win the show, really. Because, like, a lot of people have been, like, pulling for Crystal and stuff, like, all through the show. But now I said to every person who's been interviewing about it, I'm like, when it comes down to, like, them and they're competing, I feel like Lee's just gonna step his game up, just like he did, and like he's been saving his best songs because like I've been telling him to do Simple Man for so long,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, dude, you better do that song because you kill that shit, dude. And then he finally did it, dude, and I'm like, what's gonna happen now, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like if people don't understand that, then I don't know. Crystal's bomb too, though. She's got a
Right.
great voice and she's got power. So
Right. Do you think
I
there's
think it's gonna be close, but I think personally people, because Lee's got so much dynamics, dude.
right?
Like people like, I mean, I guess people like when they watch the show, a lot of people don't know a lot about like singing and music and stuff, but like he truly does have a lot of dynamics. He can do like the hard rock kind of stuff, and then he can also do more folky kind of stuff too. And I think that's really impressive to me when people can really change up their like whole style real quick.
Right. And
Yeah.
this is a question for you and a question for everyone. I mean, if you were Crystal Bowersox in this point, what would you do to defeat the Lee DeWise train?
There's nothing you can do.
Oh, there's nothing you can do. Not even Crystal? You can't do it?
No, I guess like put something in his water, spike his drink before
Like
he goes on.
espionage. That's good.
Wow. Force him to make out with Casey James. Casey James was apparently sick all season, so like maybe.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Let you threw that in there.
Allegedly. I think Crystal Bowersox, my friend suggested this, and I'm going to piggyback on this. She should shave her head live on television. Cut the dreads off. It would be such a bold,
Yeah.
crazy move.
Honestly, I can't stand when stuff like that happens on the show because it like draws away from like the music and like the whole purpose of American Idol. You know,
Yep.
I don't know. That's just me personally.
Maybe she should sing Hallelujah.
Maybe she.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
say, apparently you can sing it multiple times in the season now, so go for it.
Right? Tim Urban did that song like 8 times.
Every week. Every week, Tim just kept singing
I just don't
Hallelujah.
know what these two. I mean, this happened with Adam and Chris last year, but I don't know what these two are going to have to. I mean, the Coronation single is always so god awful.
Right.
I don't know how either of these two are going to be able to like make this manageable.
That is always the
What
worst.
do you mean the coronation?
It's like
So
the no boundaries,
yeah.
the like winning song that's always like
You have to sing.
I'm gonna ride mountains to the rainbows.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean. This is my now. That whole
Right.
thing.
Well, we know what Lee can do. He can get a gospel choir and a spotlight, and then that'll be that, which is what happened this
Maybe
week.
they both can get a gospel choir this time.
Well, they probably will. I mean, that's usually what happens, unfortunately, on
They
Idol.
just let Lee have that.
Yeah,
and
only
let
Lee,
Crystal
only
have
you,
it.
Lee, only you,
I
Lee.
feel like for Lee, I don't know if this is even like on the topic, but like I feel like for the last song for the finale, he's gonna come out with something. He's gonna start so soft, and people are gonna be like,
Mhm.
"Wait," you know, and then he's just gonna hit like a crazy note and just be like, "Eat that, dude." You know what I'm saying? Because he can do that, dude. He has sick range.
Right.
His range is wild. Like people don't understand, but he can go low
Mm-hmm.
and he can just belt out these high notes. But it's not like a belt. He just like screams it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really awesome because I don't know. I respect that. It's
Well,
like
I
Paul
mean-
McCartney and John Lennon and all the greatest. That's like their style. You know, it's like
Right.
I don't.
I mean, and a lot of people, I mean, the judges especially were saying this week that this was his moment. I mean, with Hallelujah is a great song comparison. I mean, what did we think about that performance? Did we like it?
I thought a Simple Man was much cooler, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that felt so organic to me and real and emotional,
Mhm.
and the Hallelujah, like he sounded great on it, but there was so much
I
like
think it should be banned. I
business
think Hallelujah
around
shouldn't
him.
be able to be done anymore. I think.
Yeah.
I think, and I only think this because I feel like that song is emotional in itself, and it's
Right.
almost like emotional cheating to do that song. And anyone
Mm-hmm.
who's done it, like I'm not even just saying him. I'm saying Castro. I'm saying everybody
Right.
who's done it. You have a built-in with that song for people such an emotional reaction that almost anyone who does it, you're like, that was the best thing you've ever done.
Yeah. Well, and I instantly turned off when Simon announced that it was a moment before he had even sung a
That's
note,
what I was
which is not
Yeah.
any diss against Lee. It was totally
that
Simon's fault.
song.
But I was like, dude, Paula got in trouble for like talking about Jason Castro's performance before he sang a couple
Right.
seasons ago. Simon kind of just did the same thing, and it was totally cool.
It's
But
fine.
Right.
so instantly, I
Simon.
that's Simon. Yeah.
I think
Um,
if you have to keep saying it's a moment, then
Right.
it's not a moment.
Right.
It's like artificial. It's so artificial
Yeah.
to have them be like, "This was
What
your
the-
moment," like, and then turn to the audience and wink and go like, "See, look what we did.
We made a
You
moment."
didn't do anything."
Right.
Well, I liked it.
Well, I mean, I liked it too. I'd say.
I loved it.
Do
I
tell.
loved it.
Do
Yeah,
tell.
and I listened to the recording. Here I go again with the
Our iTunes expert, Ricky.
Yeah.
I recorded this morning, and it does sound, it's different from the Jason Castro version. So there was it was a different attack on the song.
Right.
So it's not like you would say, oh, okay, it's like it's similar to Jason Castro already did it or so and so. He had a different take on this on Hallelujah. So in fairness, I thought
I agree,
he
too.
He had an original track on that.
Right, and I agree. I mean, the judges were setting it up as this is our now, this is our moment. But when he was going higher on the song and rearranging it, I was just like, this is kind of good. I kind of like it. And I think it's definitely, going to push him into the front as we head into next week's finale. I feel sort of bad. I feel like American Idol right now because I've completely forgot about Casey James, who was eliminated last night.
Like that always happens to me. I don't know if it's like. It's kind of messed up, but every time someone asks me about American Idol, I'm just like, this person. I'm like, oh yeah, Casey.
Dude, I know it happens to all of us at MTV too. It's really sad.
Yeah.
We feel guilty about it, but it keeps happening.
But
Yeah, you still sleeper snuck into like third place, so you're like, well, not everyone's forgetting.
Well,
I
I mean,
guess.
not in general. I meant in the sense of last night's show. They kind of were sort of not really focusing on him. But I was watching it last night, and I kind of found a newfound appreciation for Casey James because I think he knew that he was going home, and he sort of was just like, well,
there's
I'm
that like
here.
minute where everyone got nervous
dude.
that they thought he was gonna.
Like if you're getting cut, like everyone says it, they're just like, you wake up with a feeling, dude.
Oh, really?
Dude. That's how when I got up, I texted my mom. I was like, I'm going home, Mom.
Did you do that every week, or was that just that week?
No, it was just that week.
Interesting.
No, but like the week before, like Tyler Grady, I don't know if you remember, he told me, he was like, dude, I feel like I'm going home. And then like, I don't know, it's just crazy, dude. If it really is like that. Every week someone feels like they're going to go home. And
Is it like a special Idol sixth sense or something that
Exactly.
we just don't have? Well, what were your thoughts on Casey James this season? I mean, you got to know him personally.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guitar player. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm
I
just
agree
kidding.
with you.
No, he's got a good voice. It's just like, for me, I like more of someone who has like a real raw, like, I don't know. It seemed like he was putting on the whole like vibrato. That's not even his real voice. He just like was acting like.
That's my new ringtone, by the way. Thank you, Alex.
Like that. If I hear that, like I have to turn it off.
Oh my god.
Just because I've heard so many singers and I'm just like, you can't do that, dude. Just like ugly. But no, like Casey's cool. He's a cool guy and he taught me a lot on the guitar actually. And I think for what he does, he's good. He's really good. I just didn't think that he would be like go that far on American Idol, just because I thought it was like truly a singing competition, So, I mean, if it was a singing competition, the show would turn out way different than it did.
Right.
That's an interesting
But
question.
I think the two strongest singers in the top 24 probably made it the finale, which is awesome to me. I'm glad like someone. I mean, I'm no offense, but like I'm so glad little girls didn't vote in like Tim Urban's in the finale.
Hey,
nobody-
some of us here likes Tim Urban.
Let's not,
FYI.
let's
No,
not
we're
speak of that.
talking- Ray,
no,
I know
but
you had a
actually, I have a
question.
question that kind of piggybacks on that idea
Sure.
is that you got voted out when there was had to be 6 girls, 6 guys. Then we kind of saw on the show, through the show, that the girls started getting picked off in favor of boys. Do you think that if there hadn't been that gender, do you think that you would have probably pushed through at that point? Do you think you could have beat out more of the girls that went through, and just on the basis of how Idol voters end up tending to vote for boys instead of girls?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to like say anything stupid, but like, I mean I already have. But
Oh, please.
no, I don't know. Probably.
Yeah. Not saying you're better than any girls. I'm just saying that
Probably
the
like
tendency.
Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad he said it.
No,
I was
I mean, there
thinking
were
it
some
so
weaker girls that got through that I don't,
Right.
and I think there were some stronger boys in the end. And
There
I
were
actually
a
think there's
lot
some
of
stronger
weaker
girls.
girls that got through.
There's some stronger girls that got cut too, actually. So it's
Yeah.
almost just a really weird.
Right.
It's a weird.
It was a weird season. Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a
a
weird
weird. The
season.
semifinals shook out in a really weird way.
It's almost over, guys.
I know. Well, I'm curious. I mean, Alex, if who, I mean, you talked about Siobhan. Who do you think were you expecting? Who did you want to see in the final 3 with Crystal and Lee?
I think Siobhan deserved it personally, just because, like Siobhan was like one of my good friends while I was on the show, and just talking to her. She was such a genuine person, and I didn't even I don't think she understood how great of a voice she had. And like, again, I'm not like gonna be like retarded, but like, I really like when people can belt like how she does, you know. So I don't know. I thought that was awesome, and it's like a whole shock factor. And I thought like maybe America would like that too. So
I have a question for you.
Sure.
I've been interviewing everyone as they get picked off, and the biggest thing that I've found is that everyone has so much more of a personality once they're off the show.
it's those nerves, dude.
Is it totally nerves? Is that what it is?
It's the nerves, dude.
Yeah.
It's because you're thinking so much about the music, the song that you're gonna do, and I don't know.
Our Idol
Making
producers
everybody
like
happy and stuff, and then at the end of the day, you're like, shit, dude, I should have just gone out there and been myself.
yeah. Do Idol producers put any pressure on you guys before the live show? Like, don't say
Yeah.
anything stupid.
I'm just kidding.
No, you know, it's
No,
it's
not
all like
really.
it's all on your own.
Yeah, it's pretty much all on you. They give you a lot of support, so it's not anything like that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's this season especially.
This is like the nervous season.
It's
I
been
feel like
very
everyone's
nervous,
just
yeah.
like scared. And
I
Yeah.
thought it was. I mean, there was a lot of, like, I thought there was a lot of filler, maybe more filler this season, and that's why we didn't get to know the contestants as well that
Yeah.
we usually did. Or I don't
What do
know,
you mean
like,
filler? Like
That
Big
guy
Box
left.
Baby and stuff like that?
maybe no, not even that. Not even that. Just
Like
like,
lots of like results performances.
performances,
and-
and
Oh, yeah.
guests
Yeah.
and things like that.
Distractions.
right.
There you go. Yeah,
Right.
distractions
Yeah.
from getting to know the actual contestants' personality.
I always feel like before the contestants sang, we used to know a lot. We used to like interview them with about more like real things instead of just like I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I like to
agree.
smile or whatever that one.
Last night was kind of interesting with the interview.
Well, that's what I
in
was
the
going to say. I
beginning.
mean, they tried. I mean, with last week too, with the parents on the couch, and this week, or this week, excuse me, they tried. You know, the sit-down interview that went on for 45 minutes.
Yes.
and
That was interesting. But
Yeah.
I like Crystal's answer. They were kind of like, "Oh yeah, I've never had this much, care ever, being on the show, like talking about the daycare for,
Right.
for her son."
Oh yeah, the healthcare thing. Yeah, I've never been healthier.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, do you think at this point it was probably too late for us to really sort of invest in that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I wanted
Yeah.
to invest like 10 weeks ago. I
Right.
think I'm not
Exactly.
investing
Right.
now.
And I still didn't feel like any of the three that are left showed a lot of personality in that interview. Like I've heard everyone that I talked to keeps talking about what a like crazy guy Lee DeWise is, and I have yet to see that on the show. Really, the only time I saw it was when he brought the bagpipe player out.
Right.
I was like, why not have a bagpipe? That was the coolest thing ever. I was like, all right, I'm finally getting like what Lee DeWise is all about.
Right.
And I haven't really seen that. He's been very serious and I mean he was very emotional last night, which was cool. But still, I want to see like I hear he's like crazy improviser and does like sort of wacky stuff. I want to see that a little bit
Right.
more.
Well,
on
we
Idol.
have an expert
An
here.
expert Lee.
I'm dying to know. I mean, what don't we know about Lee that you know?
Oh, Lee's a crazy ass dude. He really is. He's just one of those guys that's just like crazy.
Uh-huh.
He's like outgoing. He's like, I don't know. He's loud, you know.
Yeah,
You
never
you
see
never
that.
ever
You
see
would
that on the
never
show.
know
Right.
that.
If you're chilling with him and like you say something and he just like thinks it's catchy, he'll just belt it out like in his highest note.
Right.
I don't know. He does a lot of stuff and he cracks a lot of jokes on people. He's a wise guy. So
Maybe it's the lack of a house this year.
Yeah.
Because remember last year we had the house and they had some clips and they're kind of cheesy, but at least we got to see like Danny Goki throwing flour on people.
Throwing cake on
Throwing
Allison's
cake on
face.
Allison's face. You know, like as much as it was cheesy, we did kind of like get to see who Danny Goki was,
yeah.
kind of in a way, and we didn't get any of that this season. There's no contestants together.
Well,
at
then
the
they
house.
threw it together so quickly, like with the crystal
Because
thing.
everyone else was so bland.
Just you and Lee, and that's
I
it.
didn't want everyone to be so bored. I'm just kidding.
I just want people reading books at a house. Like that'd be it.
Well, do you feel like you were accurately presented on Idol? Did we get your full
Hell
effect
no.
of your personality? I think we're getting it right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting on my bed right now. chilling. There's not like 80 cameras in front of me with, you know. I
Just,
don't know.
well,
It's like, because on Idol, my thing was like I said, it was my first time on stage. So it was like, for me, I just wanted to get up there, sing my song, and get the hell off the stage before I like piss my pants or something because I was so scared. It was like seriously that bad.
right.
And you were just saying like, it seemed like everybody was so scared. It's like, you can't just go from nobody to millions of people, you know, like you got to get on stage and really get the feel for what you're supposed to do on the stage, you know. You can't, and then everyone was like fake it till you make it, and I'm like, shit, dude. It's harder than it sounds, dude. It really is.
Well, we quickly do have to talk about next week's finale. What are your all predictions of what are you guys expecting to happen next season? I'll turn it to the panel here.
I'll tell you what I hope doesn't happen.
Okay.
I hope they don't do the like sing something you've sung already on the show.
Oh, please no.
They do that every season.
I
It
know,
feels
right?
like, and
Yeah.
it drives me crazy. It's like I've seen them already. They had a moment with whatever song they're doing. I don't want to see it again.
Right.
Even if you're going to add dry ice like Adam Lambert did last season.
Right, because you can't recreate a moment. Like that was
Right.
the problem last season. Like Adam's Mad World wasn't as good the second time.
Yeah.
It was great, but it wasn't the first time, so you don't want to see it again. And even Chris's wasn't as great. It's like
Yeah.
no.
But I think they'll do that because
They always
of
do
time
that.
constraint.
Right.
It's
To learn a song.
learn another song.
Mhm.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Do you think they're going to let them do an original? That would be the coolest thing
Ooh.
ever.
That would
They
be
both
great.
have albums
They
out.
would never.
Yeah.
But I
They-
hope
they
would
played
never
Holy-
do that.
Yeah,
I
Holy
do.
Toledo.
They played Crystal Bauer Sox' song in the results show last night,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
did not play Lee's
yeah,
song.
Please, yeah, Annabelle. Yeah, maybe but
weird.
Maybe they will because like
that would be nice.
Maybe she'll fight for it.
This
now.
would be
Yeah.
the season to do it.
You have two people that have songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do we know what the coronation song is yet?
No, they've been really tight-lipped about it.
They don't even know if Kara's writing it again this season.
Oh, I hope so.
Maybe it's just no boundaries again. Like they're like, it didn't stick last year. Let's do it again.
It's a remix. No one would pretend no one remembers.
Oh, dude, have you guys heard about this thing I'm doing? Oh, you probably haven't. I'm doing this thing Friday. It's like at Hollywood and Highland. It's like the karaoke thing, and Kara will be like judging there, and
What?
Someone
yeah,
Wait,
what?
I am flying there now.
Tell us more.
and I'm gonna be like a judge for it.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
It's a karaoke contest?
It's like a karaoke like idol thing, and like the winner gets tickets to the finale.
Oh, fun.
Can we enter?
Yeah.
Is it too late?
Can we get there?
Can you rig it so that Gabby wins over here?
Let's do that.
Wait, is Kara judging or is she hosting?
Or is she singing?
Or is she singing?
Is she writing the coronations? No.
I have no idea. Honestly.
But
I
can
just heard about it like yesterday.
Can anyone come like off the street? Is that how it works? Or
Yeah, I think anyone can come. I'm playing like a acoustic set, so it should
wow.
be pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
wow, getting all
Can
the
I-
scoop here.
Can anyone enter still? Like if people wanted to enter?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Let's say yes.
You're just gonna
Let's
show
drum up
up.
some
Yes, you can.
publicity. Yes, you can.
I wanted to, and lastly, touch quickly about the results show if we can. We had one very famous and one unknown performance last night, one of which was Justin Bieber. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But I really want to talk about Travis Garland mostly because
What was
I was
that?
tweeting about it and researching it at the same time because I had no idea who he was. And then he came out and performed. What was everyone's reaction? Because I know it got a little bit of a reaction on Twitter last night.
Why did they have to have 3 screens? Like, why did I have to see so many views of it? Like,
Did we know Perez was gonna be there? I was.
No.
Yes, yes.
I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Oh,
they announced
really?
last week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't know, and then I
had
thought
no
maybe they
idea.
should have put like a warning, like on the screen right before they show something graphic, just in case you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Perez is working with Simon Fuller
Right.
on some stuff.
On a
on a
label,
on a
right?
boy band project. I
Yeah.
heard.
And I think it was like Simon asked Perez, okay, you can put one person to perform the show, and
you should have picked Slim.
There you
It
go.
was
what we
better.
got.
I mean, he had his name.
Perez
blanked out.
Hilton's coming to the Dream House tonight.
Oh, wow.
Really? Don't tell him we were
Ooh.
saying bad things.
It was
Don't
just
hunt us
me.
down.
It's
We
fine.
love it. We love it.
Do you think he draws on people's faces in real life or just on photos on his website?
He just like walks up to
He
you.
just, yeah, if he meets you in real life, he just takes a whiteout pen and
Just like
goes at
scribbles
it.
bodily fluids on your face. Watch out, Alex Lambert.
And then
I don't
remember,
even really know who he is.
Well,
No, my
you will
mom was
know.
like, he's like a funny guy. And I was like,
I don't know if that's the word I'd
Yeah.
use, but
okay, we can't have Perez coming after something pitchy. So.
No.
oh, sorry. Prez is awesome. He's got a great
We
ear
love
for
it.
music and talent. He discovered Katy Perry and Lady Gaga, according to Ryan Seacrest. I appreciated that.
Wait, what?
Did you not hear the intro?
No,
when
I
No,
missed
he said he was
that.
a great champion
Oh,
of.
okay, great champion.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't use the word discover.
He
I'm sorry.
was a champion of Gaga for a long time.
He was. Oh, whatever.
Give him credit on like something.
I want to hit up 2 quick things, which I forgot about was the actual hometown visit. Ricky, I want to hear your thoughts. What was your favorite hometown visit? What did you love? What did you not love? Quickly
Well,
before we wrap up.
I liked Casey James' mom in the hospital. I thought
Yeah.
that was kind of like really great. She was awesome. And Lee crying when he was performing. I thought
Lee's
that was-
parents crying too.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
kind of like,
Crying parents. Those
Everyone
are
was crying last night. Crystal was crying. It's kind of emotional.
yeah. So they had like some highlights on it. It was very good.
It was, yeah.
I didn't cry. This is the first year I did not cry watching the hometown visits.
What did you
Oh,
cry
really?
last year?
You're
Darren?
so cold this year. That's
I think
why.
I got choked up when it was Chris Allen. Don't cry, Mama.
When-
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
that was really hard.
Come
last
on now.
year. You
I'm
and
gonna
I
get
cried
choked
a
up
little.
thinking about
I
it now.
cried when Lee cried. So did you? Yeah.
I think because I watched the YouTube that someone did where he cried at the
alrighty.
AT&T. I got
Okay.
choked up then, but they didn't show that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the actual production, idol fail. Sorry. I'm a sap. I love the hometown visits. Still didn't cry.
Okay.
It's a hard year. It's a hard year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should wrap up quickly with our official prediction because we know what Alex thinks that Lee's going to win. What is everyone else thinking? I'm just going to go around the table, starting with Jim. Make it now. Call it now.
I think Crystal's gonna win.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know
I
why.
love you, Jim.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, for
I'm
saying
sorry,
that.
Alex.
No, it's all good. I don't really care.
It's not me. It's cool. Whatever.
I don't know. It's a girls' season. Are they
Yeah.
still saying that?
Sure.
They replaced it with Moment.
Ricky, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the script this year, and since it's a girl season, it's gonna
Okay.
be Crystal.
All right. All right, Ray.
This is really hard because I think it's going to be Lee and I want it to be Crystal,
Mm-hmm.
which is just hard for me. But okay, that's it.
Gabby.
Crystal. It's gonna be Crystal. I could see the confetti and her crying and the baby and the
I know.
whole
I
thing.
want- I
I,
want
have
that
this
so
like
bad.
TV like picture in my head where if I
Alright.
was the producer,
I know. If I was
That's-
producer, I want Crystal still.
it's
Okay.
way better.
Now it's
way
3
better
to 2.
TV.
Do I just say Lee just to make it a tie and then end it like that? 'Cause I know-
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
make it.
it's
a
gonna
tie.
be
All right,
close.
no one knows. We
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
gonna be really
Stay
close. Yeah.
tuned.
When
it's
you
gonna be
say it's
close,
way
yeah.
better TV,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like, I feel like that's what American Idol shouldn't be.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
I know
that's
it's a
what
TV
it
show,
is.
but it's like, I feel like the best singer should win the show.
Yeah,
Right.
but even if like every season, even if Lee gets second place, he probably will do better. You know what I mean? That's always
Yeah,
how it works,
that's also
isn't
true.
it?
But yeah,
So
definitely.
do you want him to be under the contract? You know, like all that.
Well, he's under the
I
contract.
mean, he was
regardless
under
at
it
this
anyway.
point.
But I'm saying like
He's
you
kind
know
of
like
effed.
if he has the win, like he could, you know, it's one of those things where people say like, oh, he'll do better without the title, without that the title sitting on his shoulders.
I don't know.
You know?
next year.
No.
You always want to say like, oh,
You're
that
right.
person will win.
sorry.
We're schooling you on Idol now.
all right.
All right. Well, I think we should wrap up. Thank you so much for guesting with us today, Alex. We
You guys, it was
appreciate
a lot
it.
of fun. This is cool.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have one more question, real
Oh,
quick.
do it,
Were you jealous of Danny Goki babies? The Lee, because you, Lee, and Andrew were like the triumvirate, and then you got
Right.
booted, and then it was Lee and Andrew having the bromance. Were
Yes, I was jealous.
you hear it first?
I was jealous a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Thanks, guys, so much for coming. Next week, we'll have the finale and we'll discuss all that. Thanks again. And see you next week, guys. Bye.